to the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
Last week, we left the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, stopped at the General Patton Memorial Museum, and ended up in the mountains in Big Bear, California for the Adventure Van Expo. This week brings us back to Riverside, California. Why? Because it's time to take back Mini Vinny, better known as the Grech Strada-Ion. So you're probably wondering, now what are you gonna do?
Maybe our lives were not meant to collide from the start, but who could foresee the fall? Maybe it's time to decide what to do.
Well, we made it to Grech RV. We're bringing back Mini Vinny. I can come inside and set you up real quick because I know where all the cables go with your laptop and that. Pretty unit. A lot of them here. We got a Torino over here, another Torino.
This work?
Michelle's office for the day.
I'm like spoiled here. I really appreciate this,
How you
by the way.
doing,
Good. Refrigerator's cold. Everything's ready to go. So,
Thanks. Appreciate it. Anybody looking for a Class B like this, got some good news for you. This is going to be for sale now. It's got just over 16,000 miles on it right now as we speak. So the new unit that we're going to go into is a Strada-Ion as well. But we've got some new and exciting things coming with this unit that we'll be sharing with you in another episode. But again, if you're looking for a Strada-Ion, a used one, a little over 16,000 miles on it, it's a good buy for you. Any questions about it from our aspect of living in it, just reach out to us and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions.
I just know that's a big deal with Michelle.
Tool bag here, other tool bag, all of our wire hose and all of our accessories in this one, and then some cleaning supplies and a little miscellaneous in this one. Our Camco blocks. We got some space over in that area too. We've got the power cord over there. Again, in this model, you've got all this extra storage that really makes a big difference. They have a couple USB ports in here for like charging your phones or anything else. And then on this side over here, it's the same thing, but we use one of the USB ports for her phone. And then we have our Alexa. Oh, she heard me. Cancel. Using a command strip, we have her like it's a female. So we just use the command strip to put the our Alexa up on the wall there. I figured right now is kind of a perfect time to show you how much we actually get back here. So we've got 3 big containers here. They're a 34 quart, let's see, 24 inches by almost 17 inches. And they're about 6.5 inches tall. So we can stack 2 of those on top of each other. This one has to stick out just a little bit because there's a little bump out back there. But and then this one, we actually put this sideways. We found that it actually makes more room. Then we'll put our Starlink here. We have some important files here that we keep. Goes way back in there. There's actually a little storage even back in this little hole pocket right there. Sometimes I put my camera bag on top like that. These are our Osprey backpacks. We got them at REI. We're not affiliated with REI. 2 little containers here that we put in here. Stick them back in this corner. And we put our backpacks in there. Those will stack on top of those 2 containers. Stack up in there, and then we still got a bunch of storage back in behind here. Now if you're not using this holder for the lagoon table, you can unscrew these off and it gives you more room without these getting in the way. That's for the post for the lagoon table when you're wanting to store it. I took those off so that we can actually put stuff down through there without these sticking up, and we'll just save them in a nice place so that they can put them back when we're done with the unit. But just thought of this, I didn't do that before. I left them there. But this will help getting things in there a little easier without these getting in the road and not breaking them. These are metal, so you're not going to really break them. You might bend them. Put the table down first because we use the chairs more than we use the little table. Goes back in there. I could put them like sticking in here this way too if I wanted to, but we have some other stuff to go there, so utilizing as much space as I can here. Starlink goes in just like that. We have that up front, obviously, so that it's nice and handy when we need to use it. And then Michelle, for her keyboard, when she's done for the day here, it slides right in here. She puts her calendar here. She has a little catch-all that she sticks right here, and then I stick some of my stuff right here for the day for my laptop, like the charger and that. All this other stuff that we have back here, we hardly ever use, so we just leave it in there. Be nice to get rid of it all. That ain't gonna happen. All right, some other things that we put in here. A little portable ironing board. Has the little legs here that we can use for ironing. Now the iron, we stick that up there in the closet in the back, and we put a towel on it so that it doesn't move around and scratch the woodwork. The ironing board just slips right on top, just like that. So it just stays right up there. And then we have our helmets for their e-bikes. So I think you're getting the idea that you can put quite a bit in here. Workout bands that we never use. Gotta have it. And there's still room back here. We can still put something back in there. So right here next to this back storage, we have two of these, I don't know, storage extenders, whatever. We've got them kind of interlocked to make one long one. So those go right here. And we got everything else. I know our little vacuum cleaner we always put back in here. Michelle's curling iron, the cord for the vacuum cleaner. Actually, we stick that in the back. Hair dryer. Some more miscellaneous stuff that goes here on the side. Then mirror. Stick the mirror here in the side. Containers, we've talked about it before, but we've got these at Target. We like them because they pretty much form to any space instead of something that's hard, and you can, that way you can get them into different size spaces. They have these at Target for this light color, a light gray, and a darker gray. The next compartment over here, we have some more shelving extenders. That's what I'm going to call them. I don't know if that's the correct word, but it doesn't matter. We all know what they are. Our tubs, very nice and handy. Have some mugs. All right. We have our plates and some paper plates and a collapsible bowl that I've been wondering where it was at, and it has been sitting underneath those plates all this time. We have some things like an extra mug that you never use. My advice is to try to get rid of those things that you don't need. It all adds up. You're really not going to need it, not going to use it. Try to eliminate it as much as possible, because then when you go to new places, then you can buy things to take with you and make it cramped again. You watching, Michelle? Right, sweetie? More things that go in here. This is our essentials. Shaker for drinks that we hardly ever use. Our little bags here. Lots of stuff that we never use. Because you just never know. That's what I'm told. I hope you guys know I'm just joking. Michelle knows I am too. Because there's things that I keep too that I keep telling myself, why in the heck am I keeping this? I haven't been using it. And we're always, you know, scrambling for more space. This thing has a lot of space for a Class B. So the moral to my story, you don't need all that. Shall we go get some more stuff? Almost forgot, we have a little catch-all bin also that I forgot that goes up in here. Next compartment, we have another shelving extender. Stick that there. Put our coffee grinder here. We have our blend jet. This thing is really awesome. We love this. We talked about this before, and this is some friends of ours. It's their son that is the founder of the company, and we really love it. It blends things really good, blends ice really good. Enough said about that. You know, we're not affiliates with them, but maybe we should be. we ought to talk to them about that because they're really handy. If you have limited space, they're great for a little blender. You can use them to drink out of. You can make, they got all kinds of recipes that they provide as well. We stick our extra paper towels up there usually when we're driving, and when we're not driving sometimes we just stick them down here so that we can access them easier. So this goes up here. This has got our coffee thermos, and then our kettle we just stick right up in there. Some storage containers that we put there. This is the heating plate for our kettle. That's how we heat our water. For our coffee, we had to get another French press, and we ended up getting this from Walmart. It's all stainless steel. And right now we just have some napkins, extra napkins sitting here at the bottom, but we just stick that there. If you ever come over to our house and you see this, you're like, oh my gosh, one of them has falsies. I knew they were eating too much pie. Must be Michelle's. No, it's actually mine. And a little history about myself. I have sleep apnea, severe sleep apnea, and I was never able to use a CPAP machine. They tried different masks, nose pillows, all these different things. I know there's a new thing out there that's an implant. Kind of keep up with all that stuff, but a mouthpiece that pulls my jaw, my bottom jaw forward is what helps the most. So nobody has falsies here. This will be the last cabinet on the passenger side of the coach. And we've changed things around in this a couple times, but currently we just put some extra food up here. And that's all we have up there right now. Now we're starting in the back again on the driver's side. And this is where we put all our towels. So we have another little catch-all here. I also have my clippers. I have always cut my hair since I think I was 16 years old. I've always cut my own hair, so always have that with us, the extra mirror. And that's pretty much everything that goes in that compartment. Next compartment here you have storage, but a little bit of storage other than your DVD player, your dual battery solar charger. It's a Zamp charger. Everything we keep up here is all of our owner's manuals for all the components and everything with the coach. Down here in our lower cabinets, underneath the sink, we use plastic containers. We don't use the same soft containers, mainly for a couple of reasons. You got, you know, your sink, if it ever got wet under here, we carry like, you know, oils and liquids and stuff that we put down here, so we use these plastic containers. Like this, we got our coconut oil, some lime juice, some cooking oil, tequila. All our food stuff down there. We've got vitamins, we got our spices and everything. We got all our cleaning products, and Reynolds wrap. Down below we've got a bunch more of cleaning supplies. Put our laundry detergent. We buy the smaller laundry detergent and put it down there. We used to buy the bigger, but it doesn't really matter to us because we're always going to the grocery store to get things anyway. So that all is down under there. Dryer sheets, smelly stuff, extra TP. All right, now we're going to our silverware drawer. The utensils go in here. Then we have the rest of our utensils over here on the side. Well, this drawer has more things in it. We actually stack a few other things on top. We don't get into this drawer quite as much, so that doesn't really bother us too much. And then we got a small skillet that we actually are able to sit on top of that. Pots and pans and mixing bowl goes there. Up front in the passenger side, we've got storage. We've got a little catch-all container up here. We put quite a bit of stuff in. And then there's storage over here on the driver's side as well. There is storage over here on the dash. There's storage there on the dash. And there's storage over there in the dash. And we've got storage right here in front of the passenger seat and storage on both sides of the doors. What do you think?
I tried to tell you it was going to take a really long time.
Yeah.
We had a lot of stuff. But, oh, yeah, it's beautiful. It's just hard to get used to the dark gray, you know, when we were used to the lighter interior, but
yeah,
it's still very pretty.
It is
and
pretty.
I like some of the different features.
I'll open that up. We got all that stuff in there. This is our closet all packed. We've got, what is it, 1, 2, 3, Well, we really can't use this as a shelf too much because our clothes hits
Yeah.
it, but that's an extra shelf than we had before.
Yeah.
Already got some of our command strips up. We went through all the cabinets already, and we've got our bedding all set up. We've got some stuff that we still need to put away back here. But yeah, there's a few things that are different. We'll talk about that in another episode though. We'll do another tour, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
I think we're due.
and then we'll go over everything that this has that the other one didn't have. And
Right.
all right, time to head back to Palm
Yep.
Springs.
We better get back.
You want some coconut cream pie from Sherman's Deli?
Like, how many times can I eat there? Is there a limit? I don't
Apparently
think so.
not.
I better get my fill now because it may be a while before we ever get back to Palm Springs again.
Very, very nice. We like some of the extra things that they have done. And again,
Oh, yeah.
we'll talk about that later. Sorry. we gotta keep something secret until so that we can have another video, right?
Right. Can't spill all the beans at once.
No. Besides, we're hungry. We don't have time. Sorry. It is what, after 5?
Yeah.
About 5:44.
Maybe we'll just go to Ancho's here.
Now
That's
there's
a
an
really
idea.
good Mexican restaurant here
Just
in
saying.
Riverside. They make
We're-
homemade tortillas that are awesome.
It is very good, and I think we need to turn right instead of left here.
Steve and Jen got us onto that one.
Yes, Steve and Jen from Tuck and Roll RV Livin. Check out their Instagram page. They used to live here, and they told us about it and got us hooked on it. It's very, very good. All right, we're going to quit jabbering. We're going to go eat, and we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you guys again for watching our channel, for all your support. We really, really, really appreciate you. And like I said, see you next week. Forgot. It's time to call it a day. Because we're ready to go?
Yeah, I was going to say we're ready to go.
We're ready to go eat.
That too. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.